are out in Tom's River on the bay today. I felt like changing it up a little bit, so happy Saturday. I hope everybody's well. Today I want to talk about energy and having a strong understanding of your own energy, how to move energy, and protect your energy, right? So the human energy field, as far as the diameter of it, right? It's a big bubble. Imagine a big bubble. And it's 6 feet in diameter, meaning 3 feet in front of you, 3 feet in back of you, and both sides, right? 3 and 3. There's a very specific reason we were told to stay 6 feet apart from each other a few years ago, right? The energy field especially from your heart center, it radiates 6 feet around us, right? So with that understanding, I want to talk about your soul stream, right? What I call your soul stream. When I first got activated and my eyes got turned on, I was seeing these cords coming out of every single person around me, as well as mine, out of the top of their crown chakra, out of the top of their skull. It's like a long silvery rose gold cord. We all have them. And they connect us each all the way back to source or God or creator, whatever you want to call that, right? Whatever that is for you. The source of all creation, right? It's not a he, she, it, or they. I like to call it the isness, right? So each one of us has what I call a soul stream. And again, it's like a little string that connects you all the way back through all time and space, through all dimensional realities, all the way back to Creator, right? The ducks are saying hi. And on each one of our soul streams sit our higher selves, right? Our different aspects that exist outside of this third dimensional earthly realm. And they're off doing their own things in other dimensions and other times and other spaces, right? Other galaxies, other dimensions. Depending on how old your soul is, depending on how many lives you've lived on not only this planet, but many, many, many others, will delineate how many aspects of you exist outside of this physicality, right? These are called your higher aspects or your higher selves, right? For example, my Ashtar command aspect, she's my direct higher self. She's the ascended version of this 3D Ashley that you see standing before you. And then it goes up from there, right? So with that understanding, just that basic overview, when we're discussing energy, right? The way that I learned when my energy field got activated, and the way I will show you guys, and I hope helps you, is I've been doing this for so many years that I can do it in a one breath, right? But I'm going to teach you guys how to clear your energy field quickly, efficiently, and with purpose, right? In any situation that you're in, this is what I do, right? I hope this helps. So if we're visualizing our soul stream, right? Our cord of consciousness, imagine the highest vibration of this omniverse, right? Creation energy, creator energy, God itself, source energy, right? Pure unconditional love, right? Words are hard to use to express the frequency of this, right? But if you go to that place in your mind's eye, and you step into that light, right, in your head, using your breath and your visualization via your third eye, your movie screen, right? With your breath, you want to inhale. Imagine light coming all the way down your soul stream or your cord of consciousness from source. And we're going to inhale and pull that light down the cord. And imagine the light coming into your head and filling your head like helium fills a balloon, right? Whatever colors come to you, just go with it, right? We're going to use our breath and our intent, right? With any manifestation or any of this work, right? The spiritual work, ascension work. The power of your intent is what's going to create in the ether around you. So be very mindful of that. The more focused you are, the more intent you put behind whatever it is you're doing, right? Plus visualizing, plus using your breath to move the energy. That's how forceful or powerful your creation will be in whatever it is you're doing or manifesting. So as we inhale that light into our head, on exhale, we're gonna start to imagine it coming down your neck, down into your chest. Break it apart at your heart and use your breath to push it down and through your body, right? Use your solar plexus, that fire energy, that masculine energy, to move it, right? To do this work for you. This is our transmutation energy. This is our action energy, our determination, our willpower, right? Use the energy of your solar plexus to move this stuff, right? So on every inhale, I want you to imagine inhaling or taking on more light down your soul stream into your head, and we're gonna use our breath to push that energy down your arms, out your palms, right? Inhale more light and push down your body, right? As the light is filling your vessel, what we're doing is we're pushing down and out any stagnant energy, any dense energy, any energetic cords that you have in your auric field, right? I'll touch on that in a minute as far as energetic cords. You know, we accumulate energy cords from every person we interact with every day, from every experience we have. Our thoughts, our words, they create connections to those around us energetically, right? So on a level that we can't see with our physical eyes, because our eyes pick up very, very, very bare minimum of the actual light spectrum, right? Your 3D eyes don't see fuck all. It's this eye that can see through that, right? Through that veil. So as we go through our days, we pick up these energetic attachments to people, right? Especially sexual partners, anyone that you are intimate with physically, you are connected to on an energetic level, right? It's important to clear these cords. And so this meditation that I'm teaching you is a way to do that. So as we're pushing down the light into the vessel, imagine, for me, when I first got activated, in my mind's eye, it was almost like oil, like dark brown sludge, right? Brownish black sludge. And as I would pull in light, it was like this wall of sludge getting pushed down and out, right? Down and out. So as we're filling the vessel with light, we're gonna exhale down and out any stagnant energy. And I want you guys to envision that light as it's coming in, it's cutting like a, how can I say? What's a good, hi. What's a good comparison? You know, a garlic press, when you press a garlic and it comes out of those tiny holes and you scrape it off with a knife. Imagine that. It's like Imagine this light coming down around you. Not only are you pulling that light in, but you can envision a ring of light coming down. And imagine as the ring is going down your body, it's cutting all of those cords off, right? Go back to that garlic press. That's the visual I get, is like when you slice off, or like, remember when we had Play-Doh as kids and you would stick it through the spaghetti maker and then you would cut it and it would all the strings would come off? It's like that. So the power of your intent and your visualization and your breath to move the energy is what's going to create this clearing for you. So the more focused you are, the more you're going to manifest these things. So as we're inhaling, we're breaking that light apart at your heart. You're going to push it down your arms, out your palms, out your fingertips. Inhale more light and push. Flex your abs, push any stagnant energy down your hips. Down, out your root chakra in between your legs. Pull in more light and push. We're going to push down the legs, past the knees. And as we're pushing down, it's just flowing out our hands, out of our root chakra, in between the legs, and down out the soles of your feet, back into the earth. Just imagine it just evaporating back into the earth, right? Sliding out of you back into the earth, right? We're grounding it out and clearing it. The more you guys do this, the better you're going to get at it, the faster you're going to get at it. And now, all these years later, if I'm in a sticky situation energetically, whatever I'm doing, whether it's at work, whether it's with another human being, whether it's thoughts that I'm having that are stressing me out, or whatever the case may be, on one breath, I can clear my field, right? So practice with that. See if that works for you. I really hope it does. That's a great way before meditation to just clear. Spend a moment and really visualize clearing your entire body. Fill your whole body with light. And then once you guys get comfortable with that, you can start creating circuits, right? So as we're pushing down, we understand that our left side is our receiving side energetically. Our right side is our sending side, right? So once we clear the vessel, we can actually pull back up through the feet, through the root, flex your abs and pull that energy up into your solar plexus, up into your heart, and push it down your arms, and you can start to play with creating different energy fields around you, right? This is a very great example of Tai Chi, the basics of Tai Chi, right? So play with that. Play with creating energy balls, right? You have chakras. If you guys don't know the basics about chakras, go do a little homework. Understand your primary meridian that runs along your spine, all the way from source, down through your crown, out your root, right? Above our crown chakra, we have something called our soul star chakra. Imagine it like 6 inches above your head. That connects you all the way back to source. And then we have a chakra called the Earth Star Chakra. Imagine that one about 6 inches below your feet into the planet. That's what anchors us in this physical reality. So once you have an understanding of your chakras, and you understand we have hundreds of them all over the body, right? You can start using your breath to play with that movement of energy, creating circuits, protective bubbles around your body, right? Pull in that light to your heart, connect it at your root, and push this way, right? Imagine pushing it out the front and back of you, of your chakras, right? Again, the power of the intent behind your breath and your visualization is what's going to create more power, more manifestation of what it is you're trying to do. So we can create bubbles, right? Bubbles of light, protection around you. If you're going into a city or a very densely populated area, or a place that's very low frequency or has a lot of negative or traumatic residual energy, create bubbles of protection around you. Call on the archangels, call on your guides, call on your higher self and your spirit team to aid you in protecting your field, right? download that I got recently that was extremely powerful, it was during this last supermoon. The visual I got was as I cleared my vessel, just like how I showed you guys, and I was just sitting in silence, meditating, and just seeking whatever download was available at the time, if any. The visual I got was connecting your soul stream down into your earth star chakra, right? Visualize that light connecting 6 inches below your feet, and anchor it into that energy field, energy port, right? And once you're really anchored in that, right, spend a few moments using your breath and your visualization to really anchor yourself in. Once you're anchored into your earth star from source, right, you have that channel going. The visual that I got was they zoomed me out from the planet, and it looked like a grid, what's a good example? Like, you know, when you see photos of like different satellites on the planet, or like in a certain area, and you see dots on a map, right? I saw dots all over, specifically the US, thousands of them, right? And what those dots were, what I was shown, was other light workers that are here activated on Earth. And so what we want to do, or what I was guided to do, right? I'm sharing this with you. I hope that it resonates and that you guys do this in your meditations in the morning. I was guided to anchor into that Earth star and then send my energy from this point, my Earth star point, out to the other Earth star points of all of the other light workers on Earth, right? Again, specifically, I was shown the US. So in my mind's eye, I imagine all kinds of cords going out from my Earth star. It was like it looked like a blue, I think it was a blue light cord. That was the color I was shown, was blue, like silvery blue. And I just set the intention to send my dot to connect with other dots, right? Other light workers, energy fields, Earth star chakras. And I was guided to start connecting that grid. I have my hair standing up as I'm talking about this, because this was a very, very powerful download I got. Set the intention to connect your energy to those of us who are online on this planet, right? What that's doing is that is strengthening and anchoring in a more powerful manifestation of all of our energies here, right? So try that. See if that's something that works for you. See if you resonate with that. That was a very powerful download that I got during meditation, during the supermoon. So that's another way to channel your energy as a light warrior, as a light worker on this planet, right? But again, the whole point of this video is to understand your own energy field. When you're having thoughts that are negative or stressful, or you're vibrating not as high as you could be, to consciously be aware of that. Whenever you're brought out of balance by people, places, and things, like I spoke about in my last videos, be conscious of it. Take a moment to tap back into that soul stream and clear, right? Clear, 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 right? Clear. Right? The more you practice with this, the faster you'll get at it, the better you'll get at it, the more you'll manifest energetically, as far as clearing, anchoring, and connecting, right, to other people in the grid on this planet. Because that's what we're here to do. As activated beings of light here on Earth, we're here to anchor in these frequencies that are coming in, especially now with all of these solar eruptions we see happening because of all of the movement going on in our galaxy. Movement, right? we're here to anchor in those divine frequencies, those 5D plus frequencies, those God frequencies, right? The energy of oneness, the vibration of unconditional love, right? Every time we tap into that, we are aiding this beautiful planet in her ascension process, right? She's going with or without us. And for those of us who are, again, activated energetically and have this knowingness inside and are living in a different dimensional reality than this place has existed at, it's our job to anchor in these higher light octaves to help her in her transition out of this reality into the next, right? So I love you very much. And I hope this helps. This was just a basic overview of your energy field. Start practicing with your visualization and using your breath to move through and clear your vessel. From there, you can expand and retract at will, depending on whatever situation you're in, right? Shields up, protection bubble on, or are we opening up and transmuting some shit, right? Kicking some ass. If you guys have questions, hit me up. I have a few more subjects that I'm guided to speak on today, so I'll see if I can get around to filming those. But for now, I love you, and I will see you very soon. Ciao for now. Again.